Hello, my name is Rob Demain. I'm the CEO and the founder of E2E Assure. So we are a specialist SOC as a service provider. We established the company in 2013 specifically to do SOC as a service. That's what we do that's what our business does. So we do SOC as a service and managed detection and response, or a combination thereof. And what I'm going to talk to you today is about how we think that the priority right now is to leverage existing technology and existing investments in cyber to create effective security operations. And in doing so, we're going to talk about some concepts around old versus new in security monitoring and some shortcuts to getting great at security monitoring and response. So if I identify why I think it's important to be talking about this today, I think, well, there's nothing new about this, but generally organizations, when they think about cybersecurity, they're thinking about buying some technology to try and address the problem. And actually, that may help, but it's not really. Well, the hardest part of doing effective security detect and response is having the security operation, the processes and the people. It's not in the technology. So basically, people aren't spending enough time, or organizations aren't spending enough time building effective security operations. Instead, they're buying security technology, cyber solutions that aren't really working for them. What do we mean by modern security monitoring or effective modern security monitoring? Well, for today, we're going to focus on cost effectiveness as being a key need, if you like, in this. But we don't want to, we're not necessarily looking at the full capability of security monitoring. What we're trying to do here is deliver something cost effective but effective. That's a critical piece. And it's going to do that by leveraging existing investments that you've either made already or you're planning to make. So really it's combining your existing technology or your technology roadmaps and integrating security monitoring into that, rather than security monitoring kind of dictating the rest. And to do so, you're going to need people, and that's the key aspect that I want to get across. So an effective security operation involves people, processes, and technology. But in our business, we would say it's 75% people and process and 25% technology. And the people are the key, because that is the wealth and knowledge, the experience you need to have to hand, and that will come in the form of a diverse and highly trained multidisciplinary expert set of human beings. Now they're following tried and tested playbooks or runbooks or processes that a SOC has, and they're supported by the tools and technology around them. Okay. What it isn't, so effective security monitoring is not some new box that you've purchased and put in the rack that looks great, but no one really knows how to use, or that sends lots of alerts that no one ever looks at. These kind of things. That's not good stuff. Because at the end of the day, if you have a security incident, as everyone does and everyone will do, then what is key is how you detect and respond and report on that, how quickly you do it, how thoroughly you do it. That's what people are interested in. It's, do you have an effective operation? They're not interested in your technology. They're interested in what your organization is like in terms of reporting that and how you're going to recover from it. And that is what we mean by. So what are the challenges for organizations trying to build or implement effective security monitoring? Well, really, there's other technology out there, as we've kind of discussed. It's about the hard bit is finding the people. For most organizations, building a 24/7 security operation who have got the skills and know-how to monitor and detect and respond to cyber attacks, it is way beyond them in terms of finding the people, the cost of doing so, the training demands, etc. And integrating the different technologies is a headache. So really, it's hard work building effective security operations, which is why a lot of people just focus on technology. Our business has been founded since 2013, specifically to do so. The next sort of challenge people have is that they've got a lot of security technology, and this kind of slide just shows some of it, but they might have combinations of this, various bits on this page, or other products and services. And trying to get like a consistent or single pane of glass view on stuff is getting more and more difficult. And I think what's happened with a lot of the advancements in different types of NG firewalls or cloud security services is there's some great stuff going on in terms of cybersecurity detection capability, but a lot of the time what it's doing is it's generating a lot of noise and alerts that need to be looked at, a lot of red screens and things, and for organizations they feel a bit overwhelmed. So here's a good example then. I'm not trying to say in these slides, by the way, that we shouldn't do things like proper logging, and it's not important, because it is. What I'm trying to explain in these scenarios is that to create cost-effective, quick and effective detect and response services for security monitoring can be done in different ways to maybe some people are thinking about. So on the left here, you've got how traditional security monitoring would be done on, say, an end user device like a Windows 10 device. And that would be to set up, Windows logging. We'd advise using Microsoft best practice for centralized logging. There's nothing. So the advantages, or the disadvantages, I guess, to doing it the traditional way for most organizations is the cost of it, buying all those bits, the effort to deploy it all and set it up and maintain it all. And then the effectiveness, if you think about detect and respond, is quite low, because with users at home and things like that, how do you actually respond? How do you do something? How do you safely respond and prevent an incident becoming a major breach? Whereas if you focus on deploying a modern EVR and EDR, AV and EDR, which you're going to have to do anyway, you should be doing anyway, it's much less effort to add a security operation to that, and it's highly effective because with Defender for Endpoints, for example, you've got 180 days of retention of data. SOCs love. So I guess in the conscious of time, don't want to keep you too long on today's webinar. I'm going to talk about our advice for Microsoft customers, really. And again, can't really stress that using cloud is stress enough that using cloud services are good and that really benefit most organizations. Use Microsoft 365, Office 365 for your email. That's massively important that you do that and move away from things like on-prem Exchange. Use multi-factor authentication, two-factor authentication everywhere, and use the stuff that's included with your subscription. So have a look. If you've got E5, for example, you've got tons of out-the-box included Microsoft security that you can benefit from that hooks into Azure. A few interesting links on our website that I'd like to make you aware of. Key thing that we've been doing recently is a neurodiversity program called E2Engage. If you have a look on our website, you'll find a neurodiversity link. I'm sure you'll find that interesting. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you very much.